As a young girl growing up, I had the amazing opportunity to have a great godmother and many mentors that have poured into my life. And incredible teachers, incredible aunts, incredible women in my life that have made me and molded me into the woman I am today. And because of this journey, I have always felt like I wanted to be that person in someone else's life. And so this journey is my personal testimony, my personal story on being a mother, being a spiritual mother, being a godmother, and being a mentor. And I wanted to invite you into several relationships that I have. And my hope and prayer is that it would bridge the gap between generations of women, that women would see themselves, no matter how old or no matter how young, they would see themselves partnering with each other, pouring into one another, and seeing their relationship as one that, you need someone who has gone ahead of you, and you need someone who is coming behind you. Because when you have those relationships with one another, it's so enriching, it's so beautiful. And at the end of it, I remember at the end of my relationship with all of my mentors and spiritual guides, we became friends. And the Bible says to be a friend, one must first show themselves friendly. And I believe that in today's time, sometimes we feel like we have to have friends that are our exact age, or, you can't be friends with someone younger. And I just beg to differ. I believe that as long as the respect factor is there, that friendships can be very warm and welcoming amongst the generations. I remember being in college, and I was an older woman returning back to school, and a couple of my classes were during the day. And my professor was an older woman, and everyone in the class was between 18 and 22. I was the OG in the room. And the professor asked us to name something that maybe somebody didn't know what it was. And so in my head, I was like, oh, I think I would know what to name. And I said, typewriter. And no one knew what a typewriter was. And I thought that was so funny. And I think that's so important. Like, when you begin to tell a younger person some things from like your past, and they're so like amazed at it. Or maybe like today, I was in a conversation with one of my goddaughters, and we were talking about something, and I started singing an old song that went along with what we were talking about. In fact, I started singing Cruising by Smokey Robinson. And she was like, and I'm just singing it as if she would know it. And she was like, what song is that? And I was like, you don't know that song? And it was like, duh. No, she doesn't know that song. She's not your age. But I just feel like it's such a passion for me right now to bridge this gap, because I'm often thinking, where are the tightest two women? Where are they? Because I can't like pour into everyone. I need my women that are my age, like helping to pour into this next generation. But the thing that I want to encourage both generations, the younger generation and the older generation, is that we have gifts to give to each other. The older generation has a wisdom that the younger generation doesn't have. We have a wisdom just from living that you can partake of. And for our generation, you have a youthfulness, you have the energy, you have the stamina and the wherewithal that we just don't have. Like, yes, we can be in shape and energetic, but we're not going to have the same capacity of energy that a toddler has, or that a teenager has, or that a younger person has. And so I just wanted to do this series to invite women in, to invite those in that may be like on the fence. Do I want to have a relationship with an older person? And a younger person might be like, I don't know. And then an older person might be like, oh, I don't know. One of the things that I do here is that young people, they think they know everything. But at the end of the day, weren't you young once and you thought you knew everything? And you might still think you know everything now. But it's been so enriching and rewarding for me that I wanted you to meet my spiritual daughters, my goddaughters, and my daughter. We've been through so much together. And for God to have restored our relationship, to be at a place where we can just sit and love one another and have grand conversations and laugh about some of the things that have happened in the past, and just to rejoice in where we are now. So I wanted to invite you in and share this journey. We've had some great conversations, and I believe that you're going to enjoy them. And I believe that it's going to set a spark in your life to take a young person in and not lord over them or not try to tell them what to do, but to just be the listening ear and be the wisdom when they ask you for it. And guess what? If they decide to listen to your advice, great. And if they don't, who cares? Because this partnership is going to be so great. Trust me, you're going to laugh at some of our stories. Some of them may make you teary, but you will be encouraged to join the generations and come together because we need each other. It is so good when we dwell together in unity, when we share our joy, when we share peace, when we share the things that got us over and that got us to the next place. We grow and we